information that we heard, I noticed on page 3 of the bill that it said the legislature fines. And that's one of the reasons why I second the motion by Representative Rafferty. At what point and when did we do a subcommittee or to come up with the statements that we have listed here on this bill? It starts on page 3 and goes over to line 18 on page 4. I guess that's to the speaker.
Yes.
Okay, to the
Yes, ma'am.
sponsor of the bill.
Representative Hall. That's just the way that we, and I wrote the bill and asked LSA to construct the bill. Asked them to put that in there, based on the sections 1 and 2. I wanted that included and 3, 4 and 5, and wanted that to be in the bill to lay out what the legislature finds. Yes, ma'am.
But you do know, I mean, this is not the first time I've had this, so it's not just with you, that any time that we have bills that state that if we did not have a subcommittee or a board or commission doing that, it really becomes what we think versus what is. My point. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Representative Warren.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As I sat today and I listened, I had to really sit here and pray, because this is a serious situation. We have those who have been successful. We've had those who have not been successful. I'm just not comfortable with what we have as statistics. I assume that this practice is actively going on in the state of Alabama. And I heard that we do no surgeries. So my concern is, and I heard a small percentage that are being affected. Can we document in the state of Alabama how many cases we've actually had doing this? Or is this something that we have picked up in other states that we want to bring to Alabama? Because if it's not a problem, a crisis situation, and people are living and dealing with it every day, I personally don't think we're to judge what a person wants to do with their body. Now this is, I see what you're doing. I want to make sure that kids are safe and healthy. But given the information we have here, it is not enough for me to make a decision. And I want to make a decision. But I think as we get into issues of this nature that involves one's bodies, one's religious beliefs, the way you live your life, as legislators, we're going a little bit too far. I would rather see a bill that will address more of the therapy, of the needs, of the requirement, just like we did for abortions. Couldn't we do the same thing and have steps and measures to try to help people make good decisions with their lives, and not come and just basically criminalize people for situations? Because as I sat here and I thought about it, I went back to my childhood. And I had a little boy who lived right across the ditch from where I stayed. This little boy was born a male. He had to live a life of a male because there was no medical or proven research to help him. So as a male body, this boy was the prettiest girl. He was the most prim girl that he could be. So he had to walk around, and I hadn't been home in a long time, but I'm pretty sure he's still there, being identified as a man, fully dressed as a woman, and comfortable. Now, my question to me, if that was me, what would I have to do? And I don't think that we are really digging deep enough into our souls to really determine how we can make a decision today when it's dependent on other folks' lives. So, Mr. Chairman, I'm just not satisfied that there's enough evidence out here, and we don't want to table it. But I think that as we sit down and you do like I did, you pray and ask God's guidance, He's going to show you that we need to slow this train up. And we need to make sure that the decisions that we're making here today are decisions that everybody can live with. And that's my comment.